In Minecraft, everyone relies on tools. Even the best players couldn't thrive without them. So I thought, what if I tried beating the game without using any tools or utilities? Is it even possible? That means no axes, no water buckets, no boats, and a lot of other useful items. Now simple tasks like getting cobblestone are going to be a lot more complicated. Oh, and the only exception to this rule are Eyes of Ender, as I don't think it's possible to light the Ender portal without directly using them. And I might have used Ender Pearls, but I just forgot to leave those out, so just ignore that. I started by chopping down a tree and spotted a village right away. I needed some food, so I crafted a wooden sword and slaughtered a cow. When I got close to the village, I found a ruined portal. The chest sadly contained flint and steel and a fire charge which I couldn't loot. But other than that, I got a golden apple and golden armor, so I got pretty lucky. Then I got some hay bales and killed an iron golem which dropped 4 iron ingots. After that, I found an armorer, which will be really useful in this challenge, because you can trade with them for hard to get diamond armor. Finding him this early was great. I went down into a cave and after killing a skeleton, I obtained a bow. I will use it later. As it turned into nighttime, I got out of the caves and planted some sugarcane, built a shield and started farming for TNT. I also decided to get some cobblestone by trapping a creeper and making it blow up. Truly the way Notch intended. And with that, my first goal, which was to get a couple pieces of cobblestone, was finally complete. The next goal is to get a full set of iron armor, and throughout the video I will have many other fun and unique challenges. But right now, it was time to focus on getting the iron for my iron set. I first got some more cobblestone, and expanded my sugarcane farm so that I could get lecterns and trade with villagers for good enchantments. I decided to craft my first one and already give the profession to a villager. I found a new village that I decided to move to, killed another iron golem and made a mason villager, as trading clay with them for emeralds is probably the easiest and fastest way to get them. I traded for 16 emeralds fairly quickly. I also tamed some wolves which I might have forgotten about until the end of the video and trapped the villager for later. Then I made sure the mason villagers were secure in their houses and traded with them for some more emeralds as I wanted to get some enchants. I got a lot of emeralds because of how easy getting clay is. I secured a librarian villager and after a couple of tries and getting Curse of Binding, I got Flame on my 6th attempt. It's a really useful enchantment as I can blow up TNT with my bow now, so of course I bought it. Now I need to make an iron farm, because getting iron without tools is really hard, and I needed iron for 2 of my goals. I made the iron farm by trapping 3 villagers next to their beds, and I made a room for the zombie that I wanted to trap so that it would scare the villagers, making them spawn even more iron golems. And honestly, for how easy this farm was to make, it was a great success. I got all the iron that I needed really quickly. I crafted a full set of iron armor and enchanted my bow. I called it the lighter, as you know it lights TNT. Doing those 2 things meant completing the next 2 of my goals, which were to get the armor and a flame bow. My next goal is to go to the Nether. This is actually going to be quite a difficult task, as the best or easiest way to get obsidian is for ruined portal chests, and they are pretty hard to find, as I can't mine obsidian to just make the portal that way. So I started looting ruined Nether portals, and I honestly used the seed map to do this as I didn't want it to be too painful for me. But while looting, I came across a drowned with a trident, and this happened. Because of him dropping the trident, I could enchant it with Riptide 3, and arguably it could be the best way of transport without using any tools. Then I started looting hidden treasure chests, and honestly I used the seed map for that too. I just didn't want the challenge to be that painful for me. Then I got another trident. I was really lucky. Then, when fighting with another drowned with a trident, my shield broke, which led to this happening. I ended up killing him though. Sadly, he didn't drop a trident. I went straight back to looting. I found quite an interesting shipwreck. It had two different parts from two different shipwrecks merged together. At the time I was really confused, but when I searched it up, it's actually quite common for these to spawn. I don't know how it works, but I don't think it's that rare. One was a block below the other. It was really confusing. Right, so then my footage corrupted. All of the footage of me getting obsidian just disappeared. If you think I cheated it in, well, I technically did by using a seed map. Anyways, let's go back to the video. At this point I already made the portal and lit it with wood. So I went into the Nether and I found a bastion and a Nether fortress very quickly. I also got the Return to Sender achievement for killing us with its own fireball. Pretty soon though I realized that I didn't have enough blocks to go into the fortress, so I went back into the overworld. That marked the completion of my next goal, which was to enter the Nether dimension. Now I need to get a full set of diamond armor. This will be the easiest to do by trading with the armor villager I mentioned earlier. But now I wanted to get some blaze rods from the Nether, so I got some more blocks and head into the fortress. I need to get better at this game, bro. With another close call behind me, I needed to play it way safer in the Nether fortress. So I burst over, located the blaze spawner and instantly made a big amount of defenses so that I wouldn't get shot. After obtaining 15 blaze rods, I decided to get out of the Nether, as I thought it would be enough for this world challenge. Once I arrived at the village, I realized that to not die or come close to dying again, I would need to get better enchants, so I created a villager trading hall and transported all of my villagers to it. I bred them and started making progress on getting the diamond armor, by leveling up the armor villager, as I needed a set that applying good enchants on would make sense. After a while, I leveled him up enough so that he could sell diamond armor, but I didn't have enough emeralds, so I needed to mine some more clay and trade it with mason villagers in order to get more. When I got enough emeralds, I traded for a full diamond armor set, and the enchants on it were honestly not that bad. As you can see, I was pretty happy to get it. After acquiring and equipping a full diamond armor set, my goal was complete. The next goal is to get a full trident. This is not going to be difficult, as I already have a trident. But before that, what I wanted to focus on is fully enchanting my entire gear set. So I went to the trading hall and bred my villagers again. But there's a problem about acquiring enchants. You see, a single leg turn takes 3.75 seconds to break with your fist. This made it really annoying to roll for another enchant if the villager gave me a bad one. But after what felt like years, I got sharpness 4, mending and feather falling 4. The last enchant is probably the most useful, as I cannot clutch with a water bucket or boat when fighting the Ender Dragon. But to buy it I needed some more emeralds, so I mined some clay and traded it. Then I realized that I cannot apply enchants onto my diamond set, as it already has some. So I needed to make a grindstone. I blew up some TNT with my flame bow to get it. After crafting it, I could finally apply feather falling to my boots. This cycle of breeding the villagers, rolling for new enchants, and applying them to my gear repeated a lot of times. But in the end I got infinity and power 4 for my bow, protection 4 for my armor, unbreaking for everything, riptide 3 for my trident, and mending. Then I successfully obtained a fully enchanted trident and repaired it using mending, and this thing really helped me travel. I was extremely happy and lucky to get it. Then I crafted a diamond sword with the diamonds I got from the buried treasure chests and enchanted it with looting, unbreaking and sharpness. I also called it the Fighter. And with that, my goal of getting a fully enchanted trident was complete. Now I needed to kill the 3 main bosses of the game, of course without the warden, as I was not going to dig into an ancient city. Now while I was getting enchants, I started beef with some alchemist villager. Look, I don't know what I was doing, but this guy really annoyed me as he always kept sleeping in my house. So I put up signs to tell him that he isn't allowed to sleep. Again, no idea what I was doing and why I was doing this. But then, after going into my house, this happened. This event made me really suspicious of the alchemist villager, as I thought he tried assassinating me with the help of the creeper. I filled up the creeper coal and cleaned up the back of the house under which was located the trading hall. Now that you're all caught up, what I wanted to do was fight the Ender Dragon as my first boss. I had all the blaze powder I needed, but the Ender Pearls were a big problem, so I went into the Nether to trade with some piglins. Sadly, they didn't give me any Ender Pearls, so I did the only logical thing. After killing him, I went back into the overworld to look for Endermen there, as I thought that if I went up with my trident in the air, some mobs would despawn and I would have a chance of getting even more Endermen. I don't know if this is true, but it worked like a charm. Maybe it was just my luck though. After getting all the ender pearls that I needed, I decided that I still wanted some blocks in order to bridge in the end fight. And dirt, in my opinion, was the best choice, as it's the easiest to get without using any tools. After a while, I got all the blocks that I needed, and crafted the Eyes of Ender. Before traveling to the stronghold, I changed the signs of my house to let alchemists sleep there. Anyways, then I started looking for the stronghold, and I found it pretty quickly. The amount of mining I had to do was massive though, and the worst part was that the first blocks that I needed to mine were underwater, so that took even more time. This is me mining it with 7500% speed. After mining the last block and entering the stronghold, something very unexpected happened. The amount of times that creepers tried to blow me up throughout this playthrough was unbelievable. Anyways, I found the portal room pretty quickly, and I needed to mine the spawner, which actually took a way smaller amount of time than I expected. After making sure that I was ready to do this, I crafted the last Eyes of Ender and entered the end. I got a lot of XP for further enchanting and obtained the dragon egg. Then I went back into the world, went back to my village to get some water breathing potions and decided to fight the Elder Guardian. I wanted to fight the Wither as the last boss, as I thought it was the hardest. I drank a water breathing potion and found the ocean monument really quickly. So I made my way into the Elder Guardian room. And honestly, this boss fight was not hard. I don't even know why this guy is considered a boss. I even killed 2 of them just because I was bored. But the hardest part about this whole thing was exiting the ocean monument, as I was not really that smart and trapped myself in a 1x1 hole, in water and mining fatigue without any tools. There was no way to mine this block in the time that I had the water breathing potion on. The only thing that saved me was the torch that I had in my inventory. If I didn't have it, I most likely would have died. So shout out to torches. Thank you for being in the game. Anyways, now that I was safe, I needed to mine the dirt block. This still took a lot of time and it was painful, but it was definitely much better than dying because of my own stupid mistake. Guess I was just too used to using tools. That sounds pretty weird. In the end, I did mine the dirt block and pearled out by glitching through a wall. After another technically successful boss fight, I thought I was ready for the Wither. I decided to get the Wither skulls and soul sand required to spawn him. So I went straight into the Nether and started killing some Wither skeletons, and unlike getting the pearls from the Enderman, this actually took quite a while. After getting all the materials that I needed, I went straight back into the overworld and spawned the Wither. This boss was by far the hardest one to fight. I finally obtained another star, but I came extremely close to dying in the process. But after all, killing this boss meant completing my next goal, which was to kill the main 3 bosses of the game. And my next goal is to build a base. Yeah, just a base. The thing that everyone has to do in their survival world. I went back to the village, and I already had a lot of dirt from gathering it for the Ender Dragon boss fight, so I decided that it was going to be a block that my base was going to be built out of. I started by looking for the right place that I was going to build it in. I decided on a field next to my village. I flattened it out and got straight to building. Then I put everything I need for survival in it. I stopped beefing with the alchemist villager. I had everything that made a base. A food source, a furnace next to a chest and crafting table, a bed, and all my valuables stored in it. And most importantly, my dogs from the start that I forgot about, but I brought them here. So yeah, that's how I did Minecraft without using any tools or utilities. It is my first one, so I still have to improve. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one, because I've got many more dumb ideas.